Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and I'm going to go over with you how I defeated the Chasm of Challenges round number 3. I actually only ended up needing to use 2 Supernova attacks, so hopefully this is a pretty relatively easier strategy that some people are able to replicate. So first thing to notice about this one is that you can actually choose different keyblades, so you're not locked to doing a specific keyblade. So I really like this. It lets you kind of pick and choose. It lets you be a little bit smarter about your setups, lets you do different setups and like metals, things like that. So the setup that I used was this one here, along with an ultimate form Sora as my shared metal. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my keyblade setup and then just kind of explain a few things here. So let's open the traits and let's do that. So first of all, I wanted to note here, and this is really big for my channel specifically, that I've stopped using Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A with extra attack for things like my guides, because it's just not helpful. Like, not everyone has Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A with extra attack. So I skipped out on the extra attack for that, but the rest of the medals are actually really decent. So maybe this view actually doesn't help because I have some stacked strength traits here and there. So yeah, I have Kyrie A in my first slot with second chance. Pretty staple stuff. No traits. Again, not using the one with second chance, but pretty staple start, especially since she has a Supernova attack that can overwrite enemy buffs. So start there. Next thing is a Supernova plus Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. This one is mainly to help out with the upright strength, to increase my gauge count, and to have the Supernova attack here. So these are the traits for my Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. Again, 3 stacked strength traits, ground and aerial. The main purpose again on this one is to make sure I'm able to continually turn after turn buff myself up to plus 15 strength and give the enemy minus 15 defense. Because without my Kyrie A with extra attack, I have to worry a little bit more about how all my buffs play out. The next medal that I have here, and this is probably where it gets a little bit harder to replicate this setup, is Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie B with extra attack. So really, it's not important to have that extra attack. The main part of this Kyrie B is her Supernova attack that gives metal strength, upright metal strength plus 5,000. Because the way we're going to deal with this mission is, by the way I deal with a lot of my missions nowadays, by using the recovery buffing technique, which I will put down in the description below in case you need to review how to use that. So really, this Kyrie B was more for her Supernova attack than her actual buffing capacity or her actual damage output, because obviously she's not on the right slot. Next, we have a Kingdom Hearts 3 Lee / Axel that has strength plus 6,000 and ground enemy defense minus 60%. Again, this is good because it has that ground enemy defense minus 60%. Hopefully by this point, Kingdom Hearts 3 Axel has been released so many different times with so many different trait boards that you at least have one copy that has ground enemy defense minus 60%, which is the most relevant trait out of all the ones here. Copying the ultimate form Sora with the Kingdom Hearts 3 Lee, everyone should have, for the most part, everyone should have ultimate form Sora. It was available as a 5 mercy draw. They gave us 30 trait medals for it, making it even more incentivized to draw for ultimate form Sora. So hopefully everyone has ultimate form Sora, making this not a hard thing to copy. It has extra attack, ground, aerial, strength plus 2,500. Again, not exactly super easy, but definitely achievable within 35 trait medals, because again, 30 for free, 5 from the mercy. So hopefully within 35 trait medals, you have something that looks relatively similar to this, or at the very least, the medal has extra attack and ground enemy defense minus 60%. Also, with the current avatar boards, you have the ability to have attack boost 10 max gauge 0, so you can put that on this medal, and if you have extra attack, it's essentially going to cost no gauges to have this medal activate. In my friend slot, I have an Angelic Amber. Again, this was available as a 5-pull Mercy that gave you 10 traits. But these are the traits I have on it. I have Strength plus 1,000, Poison Resist plus 100%, Max Gauges plus 2, Ground, Extra, and Aerial. Again, the most key parts about this are going to be that ground and that extra attack, which is going to be used to copy a friend ultimate form Sora. So let's go ahead and hop into the mission, and I'll show you the general strategy that I used. Again, I only activated, I think, a total of 2 Supernova attacks this entire thing. So let's go ahead, and here is our friend medal. It has attack boost 10 max gauge 2, extra attack, ground, aerial, and then strength plus 2,500. So if you're in like a decent party, you should be sharing something pretty similar. One of the more important parts about this setup is that it focuses mainly on the ability to increase my upright metal strength. And that's going to be very, very consistently important because you want to be able to stack those buffs. And we're going to use, again, the recovery buffing method, which I'll put down in the description below. It's essentially where you get knocked out during the middle of your turn so you retain all your buffs. So let's go ahead, hop right in. Let's just do some show and tell rather than just talking about it. So for this first enemy here, I didn't even worry about it too much because I used an all-speed setup and then Ultimate Form Sora, who always hits for weakness, so I didn't have to worry about any sort of magic going to HP. So I don't even think I used a Supernova attack for this. I think I just let it run its course. Again, I know it's what might make this setup a little bit difficult to copy is the traits, because traits are always kind of up in the air. Hopefully Ultimate Form Sora and Angelic Amber are a little bit more accomplishable for people because we had so many trait medals and like banners for them. So hopefully those two are a little bit more easy to replicate. But yeah, I just let this one play out. I believe I don't need to activate any Supernova attacks to make this work. Let me just watch this, double check my math, but I don't believe I had to use any Supernova attacks. If I did, then we'll just activate on the third one. No, we should be good. We should be good. So yeah, this one just played out so that I could save all my Supernova attacks for the final boss. And then I should revive with Second Chance and proceed to pummel this one. So you might need a Supernova attack activation here just because you might not have like the grounds, you might not have the Lee, but that's fine because with this strategy, as far as I used it, I only needed 2 total Supernova procs, so you should have quite a few left over. So let's open this chest because again, now that we're not using Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A with extra attack, we have to be a little bit more conscious of our gauges. Alright, so let's hop into the battle here. So the first thing to note here is that the enemies start with plus 15 general defense. So we want to get rid of that right away. So if you're not using like Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora in that second slot, you're going to want to have to activate your Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A so that you overwrite the buff. And now it's at minus 15 general defense debuff. In my case, I didn't need to use it because I have that Sora in the second slot. But if you don't have a Sora, which was pretty key to this working out, I would highly recommend doing so. Alright, so for this first one, we had to be very careful here because we activated 1 Supernova attack. So that way the rest of the medals for this setup get plus 280% special attack bonus. What we did with this Kyrie is that we tapped here. So I know we're missing out on some buffs, but then we used these medals for damage. So the Lee was used for damage. Ultimate Form Sora was used for damage. The extra attack was used for damage. And then for these last few ones, we just tapped the enemy. Because the way recovery buffing works, remember, is that we need to get countered in the middle of our attack in order to get the buffs back. So we lost all our upright strength metal buffing, or what did I normally call it? Upright metal strength buffing. So we lost all of that because our turn reset. But that should be fine because this time around we'll get it back. So activate our buffers, make sure that we're trying to max out our buffs as much as we can, and then we are going to tap with this Kyrie, and then we will tap again with the Kyrie. Then we will activate the Kyrie B, so this is going to give us plus 5,000 upright strength. Let me actually move the position of my webcam so you can kind of get a better view of what we're looking at. So right now I'm at plus 5,000 upright metal strength. After Ultimate Form Sora, I'm at 6,500. After another Ultimate Form Sora, I am at 8,000. And then after another Ultimate Form Sora, we are at 9,500. We can activate, I believe, this first Amber. And now we are at 11,000 additional upright metal strength. So we have 3 attacks left, because remember, I have Angelic Amber with extra attack, and then the friend Ultimate Form Sora has extra attack as well. So that's 3 total attacks that affect count. So we're just going to tap, tap, tap. And you can use Supernova attacks here because some Supernova attacks, like Ultimate Form Sora, do affect count. So the idea is that before your turn ends, you get knocked out by the enemy, and then you revive yourself. And as you can see in that upper left corner, I do keep all the buffs. So I do keep all my upright metal strength buffs. So at this point, all we got to do is just go ham on the enemy, because we even maintain our special attack bonus, plus that we got from the Kyrie B activation. So this is where I just let it run. I put it on auto, and it should take care of the rest for me. So there goes the Chill Ripper, and there goes that Gargoyle. So again, I only had to use 2 Supernova attacks for this entire thing. So hopefully this gives you some idea of like what setup you can use and why exactly recovery buffing is probably the most meta strategy that people have right now. Again, I'll put that video in the description below, but if you want to hit these really high tiers of clearing quests, you have to learn how to use that method so that you can really capitalize on these metal strength buffs that they've been giving us lately. But with that being said, that is how I cleared the Chasm of Challenges round 1. As always, if there are any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. But as always, everyone, until next time, take it easy.